it's my turn, wouldn't I love to explore the shore above. Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that world.
Pak, sino ka dyan? Nakakaloko naman tong trending na filter dito sa TikTok. Very timely sa story natin for today's video. Okay mga mima, akala nyo ba ang Little Mermaid ay si Ariel lang na nagpa-cute kay Prince Eric? Mga singing fish kumanta ng Part of Your World at happy ending? No, Disney left the chat guys. Yung OG, isang haunting tale ng sirenang nagbuwis ng lahat, boses, katawan, kaluluwa para sa pag-ibig na hindi naman siyang pinili. Tapos ang ending, hindi mo kakayanin. Let's go. This version is from Hans Christian Andersen, written in 1837. As in, mga mima, mas luma pa to sa lola mo. And unlike Disney na puno ng kanta at talking crab, ito may sirena, dugo, heartbreak at literal na pagkatunaw ng katawan. Okay, let's dive deep. So, ganito, may isang Little Mermaid. Walang pangalan guys kasi hindi uso sa kanila yon. She lives under the sea with her 5 sisters. Sa culture nila, ang mga sirena ay may chance umakyat sa ibabaw sa edad na 15 years old para sumilip sa mundo ng mga tao. So pag turn niya ng 15, ayun na nga, she surfaces. Then Boogs, she sees a handsome prince. Syempre, love at first sight si kumari nating Serena. Classic. Pero ito yung catch. Ang mga mermaid, wala silang soul. As in, hindi sila pwedeng pumunta sa heaven. Kasi they just live 300 years. Then, evaporate into sea foam. Pero kung may human na may in love sa kanila at ikakasal sila, then doon sila magkakaroon ng soul. Eternal life, baby. So, yan. Desperate si ate girl. She goes to a sea witch. Yes, meron pa rin ditong sea witch. And she begs for legs. Ngayon, ganito yung spluk ng witch.
Fine, pero every step mo para hang naglalakad sa kutsilyo at oohonin ko rin yung boses mo.
Pero here's the twist. If the prince falls in love with her and marries her, she lives. If not, magiging sea foam siya. Diba? Yikes. Okay, so ayan na. She gets legs, goes to land, and nag-meet sila ulit ng prince. Pero girl, na-friend zone siya. Oh no, why? We're rooting for you. Alam niyo yung nangyari sa prince. Kinasal siya sa ibang babae kasi akala niya yun yung nag-save sa kanya. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So, ano nangyari? Yung mga sisters ng mermaid, syempre feeling bad for her, they traded their hair sa sea witch in exchange for a knife. So, ang sabi nila, sis, itegi mo yung prince gamit to. So, once his blood touches your feet, babalik ka sa pagka-mermaid mo. Magiging mermaid ka ulit. But guess what? Hindi niya kaya. Hindi niya ginawa because she loves him too much. So, habang wedding night ng prince, the Little Mermaid throws herself into the ocean and melts into sea foam. Naging sea foam siya. But wait, she doesn't die. She becomes a daughter of the air. Parang spirit na naglakbay siya for 300 years doing good deeds para eventually makakuha siya ng soul. Hoping pa rin siya. Wish it! Okay mga mima, real talk tayo. The original Little Mermaid isn't just some emo fantasy story. It's loaded with meaning as in grabe metaphor on metaphor on metaphor. So first, yung pag-give up niya ng voice, literal yun sa story pero figurative din siya. That's the symbolism of woman, lalo na noon, na expected to suffer in silence for love. Wala kang right mag-demand, magreklamo, or express yourself. You just have to sacrifice quietly and look pretty while doing it. I mean, relate much sa mga taong in love pero hindi pinipili or sa mga nag-a-adjust ng todo pero wala man lang balik. Diba? Imagine being with someone you love pero araw-araw kang tinutusok sa sakit. Diba? That's what her every step represented. Yung pagpilit sa sarili na magmukhang okay kahit deep inside, you're hurting as fuck. It's the emotional toll of chasing someone who doesn't love you back the same way. And she literally changed everything about herself just to be deserving of love. Mga mima, sabi ko kanina, yung mermaids, wala silang souls. Hindi sila makakapasok sa heaven. So the only way to earn a soul is through the love of a human. So symbolism alert tayo. It's the pressure to seek external validation para maramdaman mong worthy ka. That feeling na hindi ka buo hanggang walang tao nagsasabing mahal ka, that's the soul metaphor. It's deep, dark, and painfully similar to a lot of us. Okay, a lot of scholars believe na si Hans Christian Andersen wrote this as a form of emotional release kasi in love daw siya sa isang straight guy. Kaya yung theme ng unrequited love, self-denial, and sacrificing your truth hits home. Kasi para siyang closeted narrative na disguised as fantasy. Kaya siya super raw and painful. At the end, she becomes this invisible spirit doing good deeds for 300 years. So that's symbolic of delayed healing, yung pag-accept na hindi lahat ng pagmamahal may reward, pero pwede ka pa rin ma-redeem, mag-grow, at maging mabuting tao in your own way. Hindi mo kailangan ng partner para maging buo. Okay guys, what's the moralization for today's story? Just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to lose yourself para sa kanila. In today's world, di ba? That you could mean canceling parts of your personality, shrinking your dreams, or toning yourself down just to fit someone's ideal. Nope, hindi na uso yan. Your Little Mermaid gave up her voice, so don't give up yours. Don't bleed emotionally for someone who can't even choose you back. Don't walk on metaphorical knives just to be noticed. And, real love won't make you erase yourself. Kung kailangan mong baguhin lahat just to be lovable, then sis, that ain't it. Know your worth. Keep your voice. Choose yourself kahit gaano kasakit. And as always, if you want more stories like this, just comment or DM me your story suggestion. And of course, don't forget to follow, like, share, and save. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!